So here the students had to abstract one expression of the animal and they had to choose an animal of their choice. We had to do this assignment very quick because we had to finish this in 3 days time, and hence we said let us now look at what is available online. The students went to this very nice site called Super Coloring, where you had templates of animal sort of drawings where they could just cut and then they can fold and they can build these wonderful animals what we see around. There's an interesting learning in this. When the students actually started building this animal forms, it was already an abstract form using facets. So you see these wonderful small facets. We found out that when the students build these sort of abstract animals out of this paper form using facets, the expression which was there in these animals and reptiles were actually more powerful. Here, for example, in the snake case, the hood, for example, is actually more powerful. The body is small, and the most powerful element in the snake actually is its hood and its attack. So this, this whole thing was shown much more effectively in the abstract. So this actually triggered us to then look at one expression in each animal form. So now, like after making these animal forms, and once we decided that we could look at one expression, either which is there in this abstract form or in the abstract form I want the student to make, we then planned that we will come up with one strong expression in each case. Then what I did was, I wanted the students to use a different type of abstraction. So they had to use flat planes to build the abstraction. So that was the constraint given to them. And each of them chose one expression. So we'll start from Akanksha.
So I wanted to focus on the reaching out factor in the giraffe.
So she focused out on the reaching out. So she'll only show how the giraffe can reach out to the tallest of the branches in the forest.
I focused on the speedy leap of the horse.
So this is wonderful. Here in this case, the horse is quite relaxed in this sort of animal form, but he chose to show the leap of the horse, like leaping and moving forward.
I focused on the furious attack by the horns of a bull.
So that's very interesting. So this also is the furious attack, and he also wanted to do the furious attack of the bull.
Yeah. So in this, it's shown the ferociousness of the snake, but in the final version, I've made the slithering of the snake.
So the movements, the snake, the movement should be shown in the sculpture. What was yours?
I tried to depict the pride of the lion.
That's wonderful. Actually, this lion also is very, beautiful, and that pride is seen quite nicely here. So we'll see how well you will do the job.
So mine was the elegance of the deer.
Yeah, I think it's looking elegant, right? It's still looking elegant, but we'll see how much more elegance you can make. So after this finalization of what expressions their animals will show, the students had to quickly work with paper. So they actually took paper and made very quick, rough and dirty, models. And an interesting situation came up over here. As soon as the student turned the horns horizontal of the bull actually became more ferocious. So here we are seeing that the bullness of the bull is not there, whereas the aggression of the bull is captured. So we were saying that how we can remove the animal from the sculpture and only have the expression. Similarly, then we had this wonderful giraffe here. Look at the paper model. The body of the giraffe was not important. The reaching out of the giraffe to the heights in the forest was very important. And then finally, when it further refinement of the giraffe is how the whole reaching out is happening, and we see that the giraffeness has now reduced to hardly 10%, whereas in this still there is some 30% giraffeness. So that is the whole beauty way of understanding sculpture in a very interesting way of how we can change various aspects. So similarly, for example, look at this various aspects of how this elegance of the deer was captured. This student very quickly made this wonderful sort of curvature sort of paper model. From this paper model, he quickly built this final model of his elegant deer, and I can say that it's reached around 20% of the deer and 80% of the elegance and the grace with which the deer moves. So that is the aspect which is captured. So that's how we could actually, within a short span of 3 days, we could build all these models and everything. And extremely grateful to all the team in IIT Hyderabad, the support team, Akanksha, my teaching assistant, who's been supporting us on the innovation studio activity. We have Vivek and Jagdish from our wood studio, who helped with all the sculpture making, and of course Darshan from the lab where laser cutting was done. So we worked as a team, so that's how the students could get very quick sort of resources, and because of that we could finish this assignment very quickly.